Love this podcast? Support it and sponsor today. Simply head to ozcastnetwork.com for details.
It's been a big year for our Year 12s. Now it's time to celebrate at Schoolies. We have Jessie, the Education Manager, and Alex, the Program Champion from the Sammy D Foundation, here with their top tips to stay safe while celebrating the end of school life. Welcome, guys. How are we?
Hi, good, thank
Hey,
you.
good, thanks.
Now, guys, we're very excited to have you in and to talk about Schoolies. I mean, it is such a big moment for the Year 12s to go and do, but obviously it does come with its precautions and you need a bit of safety there. Can you tell us what are your big tips to keep safe at Schoolies?
Cool.
Yeah, I think for me, the biggest tips of end of school celebration is just be a mate, look after each other. You've gone through school together, so it's a really big part of your life now. So just keep an eye on each other and it'll help you keep an eye on yourself.
Absolutely. I guess, why is it so important to look after your mates at Schoolies?
I think any end of year celebration, there's often going to be maybe alcohol and other substances involved. So keeping an eye on your friends, like Alex was saying, talking to people about what you might be taking if you are experimenting, not being afraid to call for help if you need to, but also prioritising like drinking your water, having your phone charged all times, making sure you know where you are and where the area that you're supposed to be in, I suppose.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, what would the go be if something was to go wrong?
Absolutely don't be afraid to call an ambulance if anything happens. So you won't get in trouble. Don't be afraid of getting in trouble. Tell paramedics and tell your mates what you might have taken or how much you've had to drink so that they can treat you. You're not there to get told off by any ambulance officers. Just make sure your friends and yourself are safe as well.
And do you recommend maybe having a buddy system or something like that while you're there?
Absolutely. So stick with your mates. Don't wander off. If your mates are wandering off, try and pull them back in as well. Know where your friends are at all times.
And what if, a bit of like a argument breaks out or something like that? What would you recommend that the kids do then?
Just take a breather. Go and find another mate that maybe isn't involved in that argument. Like, remember that you can come back later, and half the time, whatever you're arguing over, you won't even remember tomorrow. Yeah. You won't even be worried about tomorrow.
Yeah, cool. I mean, I guess like a thing with alcohol and other stuff as well, that there might be a bit of peer pressure involved. Do you have any recommendations of how to deal with that if you're pressured into doing something?
Yeah, I think consent in all forms of life is so important. Like, be a good mate, be the mate. So don't put pressure on anybody to try anything or do anything that they don't want to do. And like we said, look after your mates and be a good friend, be a good mate.
And don't forget to say no to violence.
Absolutely. Hey, thank you so much for joining us this morning, guys. Jessie and Alex from Sammy D. Remember, if you're going down to Schoolies, have fun, but most of all, stay safe. And if you want more information on all the incredible work Sammy D Foundation does, head to sammydfoundation.org.au. You guys have been a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Cheers.
Love this podcast? Support it and sponsor today. Simply head to ozcastnetwork.com for details.